ask you to do another scary thing too. I'm going to ask a lot right here at the beginning of the set. So I'm a songwriter, like I said, and sometimes I like to write love songs. And sometimes you write a love song and the love part doesn't go so well. And then you just got the song and you're like, oh man. So I was having a day where I wrote the song for someone I love very dearly and the love part wasn't going so well. And I had to go sing it at the show and I really didn't want to sing it. But I had to. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to lean into the music and I'm going to do it with a big smile on my face and no one's ever going to know. So I got through the first set and I was feeling pretty proud of myself and feeling a little bit better. And I was at the merch table and this older gentleman came up to me and he said, tough day, huh? And I was like, yeah, well. And he said, I noticed that love song was particularly hard for you to get through. I'm like, don't push it, buddy. And he said, I have an idea for you. I'm like, I bet you do. My nostrils are starting to flare a little bit. He said, I think you should sing that love song to yourself. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. Very nice of you. We became friends in 5 minutes, and I got mascara on his shirt. And then, we finished talking. He's like, very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for the sentiment. You're right. And he's like, no, really. So I promised him, and I really like to do things. I say I'm going to do, and there's a difference between understanding the meaning of a thing and then doing the thing. So I went home, and I made myself sing the song to myself. And I was like, yeah, I get the concept. But I got to the chorus, and I just started weeping because I realized I had not loved myself in a really long time. So the other scary thing I'm going to ask you to do besides sing is to love yourself while you do it. And the song is less than this intro, so have no fear. It'll be over before you know it. So I'll teach you two. It goes like this. I've got nothing but love for you, honey. I've got nothing but love. That's it. Wanna try? I've got nothing but love for you, honey. I've got nothing but love. Perfect. Feels good in here already. Well, there's never been a sunrise I regret. You can't take the beauty out of this, I guess. And there's never been a song of yours, my dear, that doesn't fall softly on my ears. I've got nothing but love for you, honey. I've got nothing but love. And there's a turn on the road somewhere, and we always seem to end up there. And I'm looking for a better way to go, but I'm getting lost, and I want you to know I've got nothing but love for you, honey. I've got nothing but love. And there isn't a day goes by that I don't wonder every why. Sometimes it's just enough to say I gave my all anyway. I've got nothing but love for you, honey. I've got nothing but love. I want to sing it one more time together, and this time I want to ask you to sing it as loud as you can. Not just to be like loud, but to feel it rattle your whole chest. Okay, ready? Here we go. So I'm going to sing you the title track of my last record I made called What It Takes. And this song is about our work in the world, and it's really easy right now with things that are happening to feel powerless and scared. And it's like, how can we change? How can we make a change when these huge things are being thrown out, these huge belief systems we've been working so hard to slowly grow are just kind of being disregarded. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. But I want to remind us all that we can do little bits at a time in our communities, and that's where we start. And we can start here tonight by being kind to one another and making sure everyone feels safe and respected in this room, and carrying that forward, carrying whatever joy you take from here out into the world and giving it. And we all have our own way of showing up in this work, and your way is not going to look like anyone else's. And so that makes it even scarier, right? Because then it's like, who do you look to? You look to here. And so this song is about that kind of work. And recently, I sang it for an auditorium of like 800 children. And I was like, they're going to get bored with this song. So what can I do to engage them? And I asked them every time I said, I think we've got what it takes. I asked them to go, yes, we do! And they loved it. It was like all of a sudden we were at church, me and these 800 children. So I realized it works for adults as well. So I'll say, I think we've got what it takes. Yes, we do! Beautiful. So if you want to do that, you can. But this is my nod to your work in the world. And if you don't know what it is, that's okay. Just keep trying it out. It's as simple as it could be. I think we've got what it takes. That was perfect. Don't question it. Just whenever you want to. If you want to know what I think we've got what it takes. I know your heart like I'm breathing. If you know a path, I know a place. This ain't nothing's ever easy, but with you it feels that way. I think we've got what it takes. Ooh, yes, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm not trying to raise the stakes. So I've been performing for a long time, and I just started swearing some of my songs, and I feel like I earned it. It's not a bad swear or anything, but just warning. When my child was very little, I wanted them to know how to swear appropriately, but they were scared to tell me the swear words they knew, and that made it hard to tell them how to swear appropriately if I didn't know the language they were using. So I asked them to put all the swear words they knew in a bowl. Just write it out, because they could write really early. They were an avid reader. So this little tiny 4-year-old writes all these swear words, and they're all spelled weird and look backwards letters, and this whole bowl of the most crude stuff I've ever witnessed, including some that they made up themselves, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, honey, you could say any of these words at home as long as it's not in anger. We're cool. So there's a time and place for swear words, and I think this song is one of them. And this is a love song. There's a comedian, and he says that we should never judge anyone for their fast food love, because that love has been there for them when no one else could be. And I think it's true. We all have those moments that we might be embarrassed by, where we lean in hard. For me, it's Jet's Pizza. And there's a special kind of relationship where if you can eat that thing in front of somebody else with zero shame or self-consciousness, then you know that they are your people. And they're going to be there no matter what. So this is a silly song about sharing food with people you love, and I hope you all have a lot of half-seas buddies in your life. Loving you's easy, 'cause that's all it is. Just loving, no bullshit. Just loving, that's it. Isn't that something? Greatest all time. Man, this is good. Do you wanna buy? Life can get lonely, lonely as hell. You can borrow my sweatshirt, call me on my cell. 2 a.m. phone dates, 2 a.m. snacks, 2 a.m. spirals, I'll call you right back. Loving you's easy, 'cause that's all it is. Just loving, no bullshit. Just loving, that's it. Isn't that something? Greatest all time. You don't like yours? Here, have some of mine. Things can go sideways and bust it apart. You find the cables, I'll bring my car. We'll listen to our house on my blown out speakers. You place the flowers, I'll flip the record. Loving you's easy, 'cause that's all it is. Just loving, no bullshit. Just loving, that's it. Isn't that something? Greatest all time. Should we go half-seas? I can't decide. Loving is easy, 'cause that's all it is. Just loving, no bullshit. Just loving, that's it. I'm going to invite a very special guest up here, and I'm going to talk about merch while he takes his time. So, part of our job is coming up with merch ideas, and it just tends to get more and more outrageous the longer you do it, and I should not be left alone with my merch ideas. I came up with this idea that I was going to draw a bunch of sandwiches, and then I was going to make these shirts, and there would be 2 shirts of each half of the same sandwich, and so that you could wear them with your half-seat buddy, and you would each have a different half of the sandwich. And then, of course, if you buy 2 shirts, you get a great deal. And so this was my great pitch, and I put them online and sold almost none. And my t-shirt guy was like, I don't know if people are into this idea, May. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't know either. So I'm like, but just give me a chance to tell them about it. So as I've been telling people about this idea on stage and showing them the shirts and explaining just how cute it can be, the shirts are trending. So I brought these. I have to tell you about them. They're over there. I also have my new album receipts over there. Emma has a bunch of beautiful merch as well. And there's one important thing that I have over there, and that are these bracelets that say, they're like the Taylor Swift bead bracelets, and they say TBA on them, and that stands for Tender Badass. And you can give them to someone in your life who's courageously vulnerable. And all of these bracelets were made by volunteers all over the country, and we wanted to create a culture of care to support those experiencing hardship and injustice. And so this year, every year the bracelets change color, and this year they're orange and gold, and this year all of the proceeds are going to United We Dream, which is the largest youth-led immigrant rights organization in the country. So that's when you buy, when you buy a bracelet, you're supporting something really good, and you get to support someone you love that's courageously vulnerable. Last year we did the ACLU and raised $18,000. And the year before that, it was relief efforts in Gaza, and we raised $20,000. So it's been a really cool project. So check them out over there. So I was very surprised that this person was going to be here today, just a couple days ago. This is one of my favorite musicians, and he's played on my last 3 records, and we've just come to know each other in the last few years, and it's been one of the greatest gifts of my life. So I can't believe he's here, and let's make him feel very welcome. Phil Cook. So we're going to play some songs together. And thank you, Emma, for letting us borrow your keyboard. So this is a song from the record, my last record, What It Takes. It's a love song, and in the springtime, I think it's got to be the same over here in Vermont, where we earn our spring, you know? I mean, we're still in blankets here, so we're still earning it. But it feels like after getting through the harsh winds of winter, it feels like surrender. It's like, oh, thank God. As the sun slowly warms us in the ways that we've had to harden over the winter and close shop, you know, we get to slowly open and bloom into spring and summer again. So this song is that kind of thawing. It's called My Speed. On Ridge Street, poor sights You're the one that I want. You're the one for me. If we're in a human race, baby, you're my speed. Next one's about getting to have both. I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch, I love like romantic shows or movies or whatever. Always been a hopeless romantic. I remember always the problem in the show was that the girl would have to choose between like the smoking hot bad boy that was going to get her in trouble or like the good guy that she had no chemistry with. And I was like, this can't be the only two options. Like, this is not cool. Like, I remember getting so upset. Like, I don't like this for my life. And thankfully, that's not the way it is. But they sure made us feel like it was for a little while there. So people like to pit love and desire against each other, but I think you can have both if you try, you know. It just might not look the way everyone thinks it's going to look. So this is about that. Love and desire.